Friends, welcome to my channel Ben Coaching Center. So today I'm going to explain you that is the 7th standard Cbse first chapter, our environment. So after the long vacation, an example they have taken, that is after the long vacation, when Ravi started going to school after the vacation, summer vacation, he noticed that the only playground, that was next to his school, was dug up. It was like dug up, and the people said that a huge building, the playground was full smashed, and there was a huge building will be built there, and they will start the construction of the flats there. So Ravi was almost in tears. He was very much crying when he realized that the big playground that day was there. When he was before the vacation, the big playground was there. When he remembered that, he got tears in his eyes. And the big softened grasses, marigolds, and butterflies that were going around the trees there. He saw When he remembered this all, he got tears in his eyes, and he shared his feelings with his classmates. He shared his feelings, and in the assembly, the principal also too sadly observed. The principal said, "See how our environment is changing." How the principal said to Ravi. So in the class, Ravi asked his in the while in the class, Ravi asked his teacher, "What is environment?" When Ravi asked his teacher, teacher said, "Whatever you see, whatever you can see in your surroundings, that all it is the environment." The teacher said. Next, Ravi thought aloud. That means the school buildings, tables, chairs in the classroom, even the open field, road, garbage, my friends, all are part of our environment. Ravi asked this doubt to the teacher. The teacher says, "Yes, they all are the part of our environment. But wait, some of the objects are created. They are created by the environment, like mountains, rivers, trees, animals. And some of the objects are created by by us human beings. They are the road, cars, clothes, books. These are created by our human beings. Now, now work in pairs. So they make a list with your classmates sitting next to you for creation of nature by human beings. So Ravi and his friends were excited about making this list. Why is our environment changing? His friend asked. So it is because of the needs of the needs of human beings. They are changing. So they are increasing day by day. So we human beings are modifying, and at the time we are destroying our natural surroundings also. The teachers replies for the question. See, components of the environment. Natural. So natural components of the environment, they are the living things like biosphere, land, lithosphere, air, atmosphere, and water, hydrosphere. These are the naturally it is created by nature, but the things created by our human beings are buildings, parks, bridges, roads, mountains, industries. These are created by us. We created it. Humans. So humans, there are individual, family, community, any religion, education, economic, political situation. Many of the different types of human beings are there. So there are two types of nature. So biotic and abiotic. So biotic, in which the world of living organisms, the world of living organisms is the biotic, like plants and animals. They are the comes to biotic. Abiotic, they are the world of non-living elements like land. They are abiotic. So from this conversation that we have taken the example here, the Ravi who and his friends conversation, and conversation between Ravi and teacher. By this you understand about the place, people, things, and nature that surroundings any living organism. The things, the place, nature that surrounds any living organism is called as environment, and it is the combination. It is a combination of the environment contains the combination. It's a combination of human, natural, and human-made phenomena. While the natural environment, it refers to both biotic and abiotic conditions existing on the earth. So the natural environment, it is both biotic and abiotic also. And human environment, it has some of the activities, creation and interaction among the human beings. Natural environment: land, water, air, plants and animals comprise the natural environment. And you are familiar with the meaning of lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. About this you are familiar from your previous class. You have learned in social, you have learned about these things. And let us learn some more facts about these domains, some more facts about this lithosphere. About the lithosphere, this different layers that are present in our Earth's atmosphere. So lithosphere, it is a solid crust or the hard top layer. Lithosphere, it is the hard top layer of the Earth that is made up of rocks and minerals, and that are covered by, it is covered by a thin layer of soil. It is, the lithosphere is covered by a thin layer of soil, and it is an irregular surface with that has various mountains, plateaus, and plains and valleys. Many things it has. So landforms are found over the continents, and also on the ocean floors also we can see the landforms. So lithosphere is the domain. It is that provides us forest. Lithosphere gives us forest, grasslands for grazing land for agriculture and human settlement, and it is also a source for mineral when you need, or when you do mining you will get the minerals from their wealth minerals, so many other things. So here you can see the people me giving their lithosphere, and the water, it is hydrosphere, mountain, it is biosphere, and the air, the sky, it is the atmosphere. Next, so the domain of water, the domain, a river, lake, big seas, we can say it as hydrosphere. The domain of water, or it is referred as hydrosphere. And also it comprises, it has various sources of water. It comes from various rivers, lakes. By the rivers, various rivers it joins, it has various sources of water, and different types of water bodies are there, like rivers, lakes, seas, ocean, many other things. And it is essential for all living organisms. The river water, they are essential because human beings need water for drinking, for agriculture, for many other things. Human beings need the water. And the atmosphere, next is the atmosphere. It is the thin layer of the air that is surrounding the earth, the thin layer of the air that is surrounded the earth, and the gravitational force of the earth that holds atmosphere around the earth. It holds the atmosphere around the earth, and also the atmosphere protects us from the harmful UV rays and scorching heat from the heat of the sun. And also it consists a number of gases, dust and vapor, water vapor also it consists, the atmosphere consists. Also the changes in the atmosphere produced, there will be, if any changes happens in the atmosphere, it also affect on the weather and climate also. So plants and animals kingdom together make biosphere, or the living world. So plants, animals kingdom, they together make the biosphere, or the living world, the world we know, the land. It is a narrow zone. It is a narrow zone of the earth where it is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, air interacts with each other for support of life, like we plants, for support of plants, animals, and for support of human beings. Next, ecosystem. So what is an ecosystem? So ecosystem, it is a systematic formed, it is system which is formed by the interaction of all living organism, and ecosystem is formed, and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment. And also it adds some of the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live, and all linked by transfer of energy and material. They are linked with each other. They are all the living organisms are linked with each other. So at an NCC camp, another example, when Ravi class was attending, Jesse was his friend. He explained, "What is heavy downpour? It reminds me of my home in Kerala. So you should come and see how it pours and pours and pours over the lush green fields and coconut plantation." So Hira from Jaisalmer, who she was Hira, another friend of Ravi, she was living in Jaisalmer. She explained, "We get no rains. We see only kikar and sand as far as the eyes can see. But you also find camels. But you can also find the camels," Ravi said. Hira. Here again says not just camels. If you visit our deserts, you will see some of the snakes, lizard, and many insects. Also, you can see in the deserts. Also, when you go to desert, you can see camels, and not only camels, snakes, lizards that are found in the deserts, many other insects that are found in the deserts. You can see. Ravi wondered, why do the animals, the vegetation, and the way people live vary from place to place? So he asked, why do the people and animals, their vegetation change place to place, or they are related to each other, or they are related to each other? Oh yes, very much. So the teacher says to replies for the Ravi's question. All plants, animals, and human beings, they are depend on their immediate surroundings. They are dependent on animals, plants. They are dependent on their immediate surroundings. Often they are also interdependent on each other. They all interdependent on their each other. This relationship between the living organism, the relationship between these each living organisms on the earth, as well as the relationship between the organisms and their surroundings, the things present in their surroundings, that forms an ecosystem in these. So there could be an ecosystem of large rainforest ecosystem, grasslands, desert, mountains, lakes, rivers, oceans, and even a small pond also may become a ecosystem. Barter system. So as you know, it is a trade in which goods and exchange without the use of money. Their goods are exchanged without the use of the money. They are exchanged. Next, human environment. Human beings who interact with the environment and modify it according to their need. The human beings modify the environment, and early human beings, they adapted themselves to natural surroundings. The early human beings, they adapted themselves for their natural surroundings, and early human adapted themselves for natural surrounding. Also they adapted, and also they led a simple life, and they fulfilled their requirement. They lead a simple life, early human beings, and they fulfilled their requirement from the nature around them. So nature, the thing what they get around them, by that they fulfill their requirements. With the time, needs grew and became more varied. The time grew and they became more varied. Human beings learned new ways to use and change the environment, and they learned to grow crops, domesticate animals, and they lead a settled life. Now they started to lead a settled life, but the wheel was invented, surplus food was produced, barter system was emerged, barter system came, and trade started and commerce developed. Industrial revolution, large scale production was started, industrial transportation was became faster. Information revolution was made by the for easier communication and speedy across the world. Communication became easy and speedy across the world. And next, have you ever thought why you love eating a juicy watermelon in summer and hot roasted peanuts in winter? A perfect balance is necessary between human and natural and human environment. So human must learn to live and use the environment in the harmonious way. Nuri, an example is Nuri, a girl from Mizoram, from Ravi's classmate. She often talks about their lush green surroundings of her place. There is a green surroundings near her place. She always talks about it. Seeing Ravi upset at having lost his playground, when as their lost playground was lost, seeing him upset, Nure invited him for visiting his home state during his vacation, and Ravi's teacher asked the students to draw the landscape, houses, and activities of the people and places they visit during their holidays. What all and how they spend their holidays. The teacher asked the students to write. So this was your chapter. So here you can see some of the question. What is an ecosystem? We learned. Oh, what do you mean by natural environment that are prepared by water, land, you learned, and major components of environment? For example of human-made environment, land, uh, buildings, roads, railways, anything we can give a lithosphere. And what are the major components of the biotic environment? You learned biosphere. You learned here. You got an question tick mark. Answer tick the question means MCQ. You can say here match the following. Here you got give reason. So okay, friends, this was your chapter on the environment. So I think you understand your first chapter of social geography, that is the our environment. So I will explain the more chapters in my next video. Till then, take care, have a nice day, and bye, my dear friends.